32 starts. Junior hits a ground ball, base hit into center field. And the Royals have, and for Bobby Witt Jr., that is spring hit number 9 in 28 at-bats. And that'll bring up Vinny Pasquantino. So Quantrill was 15-5 2 years ago, and his ERA was 3 walks. Batting 4th today. And the pitch. Swung on and belted to left field. Into the corner and up onto the grass for a 2-run home run. So the first pitch was a fastball where Quantrill just laid it in there for Michael. Maybe a little high. Michael swung through it, but not the case with the second fastball, and that was a no-doubter after he made contact. And the Royals lead 2-0 in the first inning.
How's that for some added thump?
So the Royals have 3 hits in the inning. And the
Do you have any other amenities?
But at Planet Fitness, the PF Black Card gets you tons of perks. Bring a friend for free anytime. Access to any of our 2,500 plus locations. Relax in the hydro massage and so much more. Join for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 15th. See Home Club for details.
Hi, this is Mark Ferguson, attorney at law. Do you push your limits a bit? You know what I'm talking about. Pushing the pedal on I-70, that last drink with friends. No one knows your limits better than you, except for our city's finest. If you find yourself with a traffic ticket, a DUI, or worse, give me a call, Mark Ferguson, for help. I can make your legal system experience go much smoother with fewer long-term consequences.
Here's the 1-strike pitch, and it's swung on and chopped up the middle. Coming over from second is Brasso, and he throws off balance from the grass, and he didn't get much on the throw.
And Brasso stumbled after he gloved that on the backhand, and because of that stumble, he had to throw off balance. He couldn't plant his foot, and that's what took some juice off the throw, and why it didn't get there in time.
Second from the bottom and stolen bases. Rogers hits a line drive, base hit into right field. Blackman had to freeze on the line drive, so Colorado has 2 on with 1 out. 2-0 Royals, bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring up Nolan Jones. So the Rockies had problems. 3-2 pitch. Jones takes down and away, and that loads the bases with 1 out. So Ragans gives up 2 singles and now a walk. And now Elias Diaz comes to the plate. Veteran catcher who went right-hand batter. Swings, and it's a line drive, base hit to right field, and that's going to score 2. Blackman will score. Rogers will score. Now Jones will hold at third, and Diaz has a 2-run double.
And there will likely be an error. You know, it looked like he was positioned pretty shallow once again, and because of how shallow he was positioned, he had a tougher time trying to cut that off because of how hard Diaz hit it down the line.
3-2 pitch is a fastball taken for a called 3rd strike. So the secondary pitches set up the fastball. That might have been the most hittable pitch that Bouchard had in that at-bat, but wasn't able to pull the trigger today for a home game. Fly ball right field. Gentry is back, still back. It's going to sail over his head and sail over the wall. Coco Montes goes to the Rockies, get 2 more in the second, and they lead 4-2.
That really didn't think that was going to have enough height to get over the fence. Really didn't even look like it was going to hit the fence on the fly, but then it just kept going.
Ragans' pitch is swung on, lifted foul, slicing off the left field line, and it will land in the seats as Nick Lofton goes flying into the netting off the left field line. Lofton, and I don't know if he's played in this ballpark before, but he clearly did not recognize how much room there was
for him. The 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That was the changeup. Ragans pulled the string, and he completes a 1-2-3 inning. First quiet inning for Cole Ragans today, and that sends us to the 4th. in Scottsdale. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Fourth is next. Rockies 4. Roy
How'd you feel that one day?
Felt good. Just first 2 innings, left a couple pitches over the plate. You know, they hit them hard. After that, felt like the next 2 innings, you know, commanded the ball pretty well. Got ahead early. You know, got some quick outs. Kind of kept my pitch count down, so I was able to, you know, get a little further.
Was there any adjustments you were able to make in between those?
I made a little tweak with my glove, like going over my head. I'm gonna look, see if there's anything else, but that was the main thing. Just kind of a little tweak with my hand, my glove going over my head.
Was it mainly just command in the first 2? You misses?
Yeah, just, you know, the home run left the curveball over the plate, just kind of middle. The 2 RBI double to right, just change up, left it up. They just kind of were, you know, shooting me to right field with everything besides the bunt, really, I felt like, until the 3rd and 4th. I finally got them to pull the ball on the ground.
When you go back and work for your next start, what are some things you want to work on in the bullpen to kind of get back to in the right?
Yeah, just quality pitches. You know, the curveball, just getting it to the bottom of the zone below. Like I said, change up, kind of same thing. Just left a few pitches over the plate, and they made me pay.
Have you been throwing your cutter a little bit harder this spring? Or?
Yeah, I think a little bit. Today, I think it, you know, I think they said something like 93, 94 maybe, something like that.
Do you want that? Or?
I don't mind it.
Okay.
I mean, it's close to a fastball as it can get, you know, and then it just kind of a little different movement, so I don't mind it.
Okay.
What do you think of the effort Lofton gave you down that third base?
Yeah, that was pretty incredible. Yeah, I didn't realize he was. I thought it was going into the stands, so I just kind of like looked back to get a ball, and then I heard him hit the walls. He plays hard.
Yeah. Do you like the bunting on you, coming off the mound, having to field the position?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's good bunt. Like, you know, kind of couldn't really place it much better. That in between spot of, you know, he's I think, pretty fast. So yeah, it's just a good bunt.
Did you go into today wanting to throw a bunch of fastballs? I think you're almost 50%.
I mean, I had my report, you know, knew what the guys could do. If I could go back, probably mix in a little more cutters a little earlier, some more sliders a little earlier, just to get them off the fastball. But yeah,
Just kind of.
it just, I mean, I trust myself. I know that I can get guys out with the fastball, but they just, like I said, left some over the plate, and they made me pay. Just kind of sat back on it and shot it the other way.
We've only got a couple more weeks until opening day. What do you want these last 2 weeks to look like for you?
Yeah, just build off of how I finished today. The last 2 innings, quick outs, get ahead, get the guys out. Innings getting built up to where I have a few more pitches, can get deeper into games, so that way season starts. I can go as far as I can. If I'm getting quick outs like I did the last 2 innings, and I should be able to get pretty far into the game.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you all.
Anytime, guys. What do you think of Cole today?
Yeah, it just looked like, whatever, they had a good approach against him the first couple innings, hitting a lot of balls the other way. They were on his fastball. They were laying off the cutter and the off-speed stuff, but good adjustment by him those last couple innings to get in the zone more consistently and make them make tough decisions.
What did you see was the adjustment for him to start working pretty efficiently?
I think it was just a little bit of intent, He's always motivated. It just looked like he was trying to pound the zone even more than usual.
Were you surprised at how many fastballs he was throwing? I know that's his bread and butter, but...
No, I wasn't surprised. I thought they did a good job of laying off the off-speed, so you're going to stick with what you can get, try to get some contact with.
What'd you see with Brents there in the 8th inning?
That was a good inning for him. That was good that he was able to, he got behind once, he was able to get back in the count and get a 15-pitch inning.
When you guys went on and checked on him, why
I didn't know what it was originally. He said he just had a little bit of a cramp.
But he obviously was fine.
Yeah, he was adamant about staying in there.
I'm sure a guy like that.
Yes, I wasn't going to fight him.
Garcia is showing the power a little bit. We've talked about that before, but how nice was that just to see it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. To me, it looked like maybe a fastball in the inner part of the plate. I'm not positive what the pitch was, but he got good extension on it, and that was a no-doubter.
Do you think we'll see a little bit more power from him this year?
Yeah, I would say probably more than last year, but, I don't think we're going to jump to 25 homers or something. I'd be surprised, but that would be okay.
You'd probably take that?
Yeah, we'll take that.
Okay.
So would he.
Yeah. What do you think of the hustle play from Nate Laughlin there running into the wall?
Not a big fan. Yeah, not a big fan of him or Vinny going over the tarp. But, hopefully, the first thing I thought, too, was Nick, but then the fans, I thought he was going to hit somebody in the head.
And then Stratton being able to come in mid-inning, is that another step toward...
Yeah, that was by design. Ideally, Cole would have not thrown 50 pitches in the first 2 innings, and he would have gone 4 complete. We would have done that later in the game. But it worked out fine for both of them.
Did Cole know that? That he seemed like he had a message for you when you came out there. Was he trying
he was staring. He was
stay in?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said only 4 pitches. I said, well, go talk to Brian.
All right. Appreciate it.
Okay. Today it seemed like one of those where you felt pretty smooth with the delivery and attacked the zone. Tell me about the plan today and how it was executed.
Yeah, unfortunately we got rained out last one, so it felt like it'd been a while. Just trying to get used to batters in the box again. I did feel smooth. I felt clean. I need to be a little finer, especially early in counts. Another team that was super aggressive today, and just need to be careful. I'm not throwing too many of those 0-0 pitches, catching too much plate, but overall I felt pretty good.
Yeah, when you have to go in and throw like you did last time, do you get much out of it, or do you feel like, I need a batter in there so I know what my stuff is doing?
Yeah, I think you get as much out of it as you put into it, right? I thought we did a good job. We made it as realistic as you can. Nothing's the same as facing guys who are trying to smash you. But I got my work in. Right now it's about building up the stamina. Got to get to 100 pitches here. I feel like we made a good step, that last one and today. It's just continuing to refine the stuff and throw some of those secondary pitches with a little more authority than I have so far.
Yeah, when you talk about the secondary pitches, maybe getting too much of the plate, are there certain ones, or is it just a thing in general?
I think it's more just kind of winning the count, right? I'm throwing some 2-strike breakers with no strikes, and I'm throwing some no-strike breakers with 2 strikes. It's just making sure that I'm throwing the one I want to when I want to. The stuff's there. It's doing what I want. It's just finding the right time to use it and getting used to my guys behind the dish and executing those kind of later in count pitches.
How did you feel Quantrill looked today? I know he lost his last outing facing hitters, got to throw, but how did he do with a guy in the box?
I thought his stuff was good. That's what I'm looking for now. Just, like we've talked about, the delivery, how the ball's coming out of his hand, how he feels, right? I think it's important, the middle of March, truly how a pitcher feels physically. And if a pitcher feels good physically, that means he usually feels good mentally, right? So I think Cal's in a good spot.
How about Kinley and Lawrence? I mean, those two guys, very clean innings today. It looks like they're just preparing very professionally for the season.
I mean, obviously Kinley is, a guy that we count on a lot as far as, sort of mentoring the younger guys. He's a little bit older. He's been through the grind of a major league season, so we're going to lean on Kinley a lot. But he's throwing the ball well too, and he's poised, right? His heartbeat's in the right spot. And Lawrence, again, another year of spring training with us. Last year, making it through the whole year. I think he's ready now to solidify himself as a bona fide major league reliever for years to come. He's throwing the ball well. Fastball has life and velocity. Breaking ball's solid. So, those two guys have to be an integral part of our bullpen as far as performance goes.
And one of the guys trying to make the team, Evan Justice, thought he looked pretty good today. What did you see out of him in his fastball location?
Yeah, I like his stuff. I think that's the key. I mean, he's just got to get the ball in the strike zone. The walk there at the end is not ideal, but like I said, the misses that he has are smaller. He's around the strike zone. There's an aggressive pitcher in there that we like. He's just got to harness his stuff. But it's a funky delivery. There's some deception in there. He's got a chance. He's got a real chance.
How about Coco Montez, the guy that came up a bit last year? Nice opposite way home run.
Yeah, that ball was struck, and their pitcher has a good arm. I mean, that's legit stuff from the left side. And Coco barreled it. I thought we had some good at bats. We hit the ball pretty good today. I thought Tovar had some good swings. All in all, it was a well played game. Good defense for us. Doyle made another acrobatic catch, which was awesome. Kaiser there in the ninth off the bench made a big play for us. So, we're playing good all around baseball. But again, I think the guys that we're looking forward to playing well are getting there. So it's a good thing.
And as far as competition goes, Jeff Hartlieb is still in this thing. Obviously, some major league experience. Probably didn't like the walk at the end, but what do you think about it?
Didn't like the leadoff walk, but he had a little bit of a back issue the last couple of weeks. It was good to get him back on the mound. It's going to be a long season. We're going to need all these guys. We'll see what happens with Jeff, but like you said, he's got some experience in the big leagues. He's got a good arm. So we'll see how it plays out.
In the